before the scheme, I wasn't training smartly. I was really inconsistent with my training. I always thought more was better. Coming onto the scheme, it was such an excellent plan that if you follow it correctly, you're going to get performance out of that. And I found myself, even within weeks, just feeling better about myself because I was sticking to an excellent plan that was given to me. And I noticed a lot of things. Like, for example, I was never feeling tired because I was eating well, I was training smartly. And that was the biggest notice I found in the first few weeks, was just excellent training. My performance became better. Obviously you're here for university, so the academics are really important, but at the same time, sport is just as important to me. So it's finding the balance between both that is definitely the hardest part. Because, for example, if you're in a lecture, you want to be focused on the contents of the lecture, but also you're thinking about the sport at the same time. So the hardest thing for me was actually timing. I had to find time to study and time to train. And you want to get the most out of what you can in each. You don't want to waste a session in the gym, and you don't want to waste a lecture or a seminar where it's possible. So timing was a massive thing for me, and finding that time was really important. I would say the second thing that was really hard was actually just finding, eating, nutrition. To be able to, work fully to the extent of what your body allows you in both lectures and in the gym, you need to be well recovered. For example, if I had to eat in a lecture, that was something I had to consider. As I said, the biggest problem is time. You need to have time to balance the academics and the gym. And to do so, when you have a slotted timetable in the gym, it actually makes you go, first of all. And training with other people actually motivates you to do more. So, for example, when you start the scheme, you're giving a timetable of what to do and what numbers, what reps, etc. to do. So you're not actually wasting any time, because each time you come to the gym, you follow the sheet that you're given, and you have, if you have 1 hour before a lecture to do a gym, that's fine, because you leave the gym knowing that you've just done what you can do, because you followed your numbers, and you can see the progress that you have each week, because each week you go up the weights, and it's something that it drives you on. But coming to the gym and training with other people who are in similar situations to yourselves is really, I find it really beneficial. They have similar aims for you, similar achievements, and they're going through similar things. They also are studying a lot and training a lot, so you're not the only one. I was really intrigued when I said that I was going to be allowed to go into the scheme because of rowing, because at Sussex University we don't actually have a rowing team as such. So I was really intrigued to see we get supported. And it's all sorts of sports, it depends on what level you're at. You have, cricket, tennis. We have some people who do shot put, archery as well, and basketball. It's fantastic, and the range of sports that they allow onto the program is fantastic, because also you get the knowledge of training with other people that are in different sports. So sometimes I'll be training someone who's doing basketball, and they can reflect what they're learning into what I'm doing as well. And it's really interesting to do similar exercises. If they're focusing on core 1 week, you can do it with them, and it's something it's really knowledgeable to continue to do it with them.